Kyle Bennett is our first senior athlete. Kyle is a lacrosse player who played varsity lacrosse all through high school. His most memorable moment in sports while at HHS was making the state quarterfinals for lacrosse his freshman year. Kyle will be playing lacrosse at the University of Scranton. He chose Scranton because right when he got there he felt like home, and they have everything there necessary for success. Elihu Bey is our second senior athlete. Elihu will be playing football at California University of Pennsylvania. His most memorable moment in sports while at HHS is during his junior varsity year of playing football. He never touched the field until one day the coaches put him in, and on the first play in the game, he moved two people at the same time and then tackled the quarterback. Why did he choose the California University of Pennsylvania? He said the coaches seem genuine, the players there have good attitudes, and the campus just fit him. Olivia Boyce is our next senior athlete. Olivia has been involved in track all four of her years as a high jumper and a runner. She will be attending Bucknell University next year to run track. Her most memorable moment in sports was running the 4x100 relay with her teammates at the Penn Relays. Why did she choose Bucknell? The team and academics were both very competitive, and she loved the atmosphere. Justin Burgess is our next senior athlete. Justin is one of our football players and will be attending Lycoming College next year. His most memorable moment while at HHS was winning the first playoff game at Springford. Why did he choose Lycoming College? He says he loved it. Evan Carfrey is our next senior athlete. Evan is a soccer player who will be playing at Clarkson University next year. Evan's most memorable moment of sports while at HHS was the win against Conestoga. He said they defeated the previous three state champs 3-2 in double overtime. Conestoga had not lost a league game in a few years, and the bus ride back was a blast. Evan chose Clarkson because it's a program he wishes to pursue, and it's a well-rated school. He also had a fantastic overnight experience and will get the opportunity to play soccer at the collegiate level. Tyler Cassidy is our next senior athlete. Tyler, better known as T-Bone, is one of our hockey players and will be playing for the Philadelphia Little Flyers EHL next year. His most memorable moment while at HHS is the Central League games. Maya Ciancio is our next senior athlete. A dual threat in both field hockey and varsity lacrosse, she'll be taking her athletic talents to Temple University next year. Her most memorable moment in sports at HHS was scoring the game-winning overtime goal against Ridley in her junior year. Why did she choose Temple? It's both close to home and it's in the city, and she loves the campus and the coaches that are amazing. Liam Creeley is our next senior athlete. Liam is a track runner for Haverford who will be taking his talents to the University of Rhode Island next year. His most memorable moment in sports while at HHS is competing at the national championships. Why did he choose Rhode Island? He fell in love with the campus, and it felt like somewhere he could see himself for the next 4 years. It also had his intended major. John Cunningham is one of our football players who will be taking his talents to Stevenson University next year. A 3-year varsity athlete, his most memorable sports moment was being selected captain of the football team by his teammates. Why did he choose Stevenson? He's going to be playing football there. Canaan Curry is both a track and basketball dual threat who will be taking his talents to Lincoln University next year. His most memorable moment in sports at Haverford was placing 5th in the state for track at the state championships. He chose Lincoln because it's close to home and he's going to be able to run track there. Michael Donnelly is both a track and cross-country dual threat who will be running at Bucknell University next year. He chose Bucknell because it had a good mix of academics and it had a platform that he wanted to continue to thrive in running. Martin Emeno is our next athlete, a soccer player who will take his talents to Springfield College next year. Trey's most memorable moment in sports at Haverford was beating Conestoga at their field in double overtime. They had never lost a Central League game in 3 years up until that point. He chose Springfield because of the great sports management degree they offer, and they also guarantee an internship as part of a degree which was key to getting a job. Joshua Fingerhut is a cross-country and track athlete at Haverford who will be running for Washington and Lee next year. His most memorable moment at Haverford was placing fourth in the distance medley relay with his teammates at the 2020 Pennsylvania Indoor State Championships. He chose Washington and Lee because he got a full scholarship for academics. It's a very good school and he can run there. Carrisson Hooks, or Chooks as he's better known by some of his friends, is both a football and running star for Haverford, who will be taking his talents to Westchester University next year. Chooks' favorite memorable moment at Haverford was winning the Father Judge meet, a meet that they weren't even supposed to be entered in, and they still won the entire meet. Carrisson chose Westchester because it felt like home, and he loved the atmosphere there. Lauren Johns is our next senior athlete. Lauren is a varsity lacrosse player for all 4 years who will take her talents to Vassar College. Her most memorable moment at HHS, actually she couldn't pick one, but her favorite most memorable win was Mount St. Joseph, where she made a save and held the ball for the last couple of minutes to win the game. Why did she choose Vassar? Because of the amazing academic opportunities as well as the opportunity to play lacrosse. She also loved Vassar's sense of community. Andrew Lord is a soccer, basketball, and lacrosse player at Haverford who will take his talents to the University of Scranton. His most memorable moment in sports at HHS was his overtime win versus Pencrest his junior year. He chose Scranton because he liked the small field of the school, his brothers go there, and he really liked the lacrosse coach there.
Next up is Abby Menear. Abby played JV field hockey in 9th, 10th, and 11th grade and varsity field hockey this year as a senior. She will be attending Muhlenberg College. Abby's most memorable moment while at HHS was singing All I Do Is Win on the bus coming home from a game that they had won. Why is she going to Muhlenberg? It has a great appreciation for balancing academics and athletics. It is also not too far from home, not too big, and has a great student life. Katrina Misek has run cross country all 4 years, winter track, sophomore, junior, and senior year, and spring track all 4 years. She will be attending Trinity College this fall. While here, her most memorable sports moment was when the cross country team beat Strathaven and won Delco's her senior year, this current year. She will be attending Trinity because it's a small liberal arts school in a city, and she can run cross country and track for them. Harry Nardi has played golf 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, lacrosse 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. His most memorable sports moment here, winning. He will be attending Widener in the fall because it has a good business program. Colin Nye played freshman football, JV football 10th and 11th grade, varsity football this current year. He has run varsity outdoor track all 4 years and varsity indoor track in 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. His most memorable sports moment while here at Haverford, his football summer camp this senior season. He will be attending Ursinus next year, where he can run track and had the major that he wanted. Shannon Quayle played JV field hockey as a 9th grader while swinging for varsity, JV softball in 9th grade, and varsity field hockey 10th, 11th, and 12th grade in this current year as a senior captain. Her most memorable sports moment while here, scoring on a stroke in the rain to beat Springfield 1-0. She will be attending Old Dominion University because she loved the competitive atmosphere, state-of-the-art facilities, team, and coaching staff. As soon as she stepped on the field, she knew it was where she wanted to be. Katie Redding, field hockey, JV 9th grade, varsity 10th, 11th, and 12th. Basketball, JV and 9th, varsity 10th, 11th, and 12th. Her most memorable sports moment here at Haverford, having her own senior night for basketball as the lone senior on the team this past season. She will be attending the University of Scranton next year, and she picked this because of the perfect distance from home, the great academics, and athletic opportunities. Sean Reynolds played freshman football and basketball and varsity football and basketball sophomore, junior, and senior year. His most memorable sports moment here at Haverford, winning the first playoff game in school history for football and winning the Central League Championship this past season in basketball. He will be attending Widener next year because it felt like the best fit for him, and had the chance to play football while getting a good education. John Shivert played freshman football, JV and varsity football his sophomore year. He's been a varsity lacrosse player all 4 years and a JV and varsity basketball all 4 years. He also played JV golf 11th and 12th grade. His most memorable sports moment while here, winning the Central League Championship for basketball this past season. He will be attending the University of Delaware because of its beautiful campus, and it was a good size for him. It also wasn't too far away from home, and they have a great business school. He chose a college where he knew he would like it even if he wasn't playing a sport. Emily Scott, JV volleyball, freshman and sophomore year, varsity volleyball, junior and senior year. Her favorite memory here at Haverford, beating Springfield this year and being the offensive MVP. Emily will be going to my alma mater, King's College, up in beautiful Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and she chose this because she wants to be a physician assistant and play volleyball. Chloe Sharp participated in cheerleading here at Haverford High School, and her most memorable moment was winning the Central League Championship. She will be attending Jacksonville University because they have an amazing marine science program. Devin Snell played soccer 9th through 12th grades, ran winter track and spring track her freshman and sophomore years. Her most memorable sports moment was beating Owen J. Roberts in the playoffs because they were the top seed. She will be attending Cabrini University in the fall because it is close to home, but she can still get the feel from being away from home. The campus is beautiful, and they have a great education program where she will major in early childhood education. And she loved everything about the soccer team there. Adam Stuck played freshman soccer in 9th grade, JV soccer as a sophomore. He participated in freshman basketball in 9th grade, JV and varsity basketball the last 2 seasons, and all varsity this current year as a senior. Played freshman baseball in 9th grade and was on the varsity baseball team sophomore through senior year. His most memorable sports moment here, winning the Central League Championship in basketball this past year. He will be attending Susquehanna University because he felt at home on the campus, and the graduation requirement to study abroad was a great addition as he wants to be able to travel and learn while in college. Eric Tanz played freshman football and varsity football in 9th and 10th grade respectively. Track and field both winter and spring, freshman through senior year, and ran cross country junior and senior year. His most memorable sports moment here at Haverford, winning the Delco Championship meet in 2019. Track and field by a very high margin. He will be attending Ursinus College in the fall, and he felt at home there and is able to compete in track as well, were reasons he chose that school. Davion Walters played varsity football as a junior and ran track sophomore through senior year. His most memorable sports moment while here, the Fight for Life night 2 years ago when they outscored their opponent 70-7. And then, of course, the wonderful ceremony afterwards for those battling cancer and other diseases. He will be attending Westchester University because it felt like it was the best decision for him and is one of his favorite colleges. Chasen Wint played freshman football and freshman basketball, JV football as a sophomore, ran winter track junior and senior year, spring track as well, and varsity football junior and senior year. His most memorable sports moment, winning our first District 1 playoff football game this past year, and he will be attending Westchester University to continue his football and education careers. Next up, Shane Mosley. Shane went to University of Maryland starting in early February this past year, where he started his education and football careers for the University of Maryland. He joined his brother Jordan there as well, who did the same thing the previous year. We wish Shane all the best as he's already started as a University of Maryland Terrapin football player. Next up, Trey Blair. He participated in quite a few sports here, but will be remembered this past season for football, where he quarterbacked the team to the first ever District 1 playoff victory and beyond. He started at Temple this past spring, where he started his career as both a football player and a student. We wish Trey all the best as he moves forward at Temple. We wish all of our student athletes nothing but the best of luck as they move on to college to continue both their academic and athletic careers. You will be missed greatly as you've put tremendous stamps on your individual programs here at the high school. Please come back and visit, as you will always be a Ford for life.